Hi and welcome. Today we are going to review cards from Divine Dragon Caper. This set includes support for Angel Feather and Shadow Paladin. Shadow Paladin this time around has gotten some really cool support, so that's going to be really interesting to take a look at. And of course, we always look at Angel Feather because they have some really amazing support as well. We also have Narukami, Spike Brothers, Gear Chronicle, and Aqua Force. I will only cover some cards from those clans, not all of them, because I'm not a big fan of those clans. So, I will cover some of them that I want to buy for collectible purposes, but other than that, we will just cover Angel Feather and Shadow Paladin. By the way, this video will be the commons, so if you want to see the double rares or the rares or the triple rares, those videos are going to come up after this one. This is just going to be the common cards, so hope you enjoy it, and let's get into the first card. And the first card we're going to take a look at is Battle Siren Mallika. The artwork on this card is amazing, by the way. I love the artwork. I like the shark that's swimming around her, and I like the food she's holding. It looks pretty cool. I like this seafood she's holding, so that's kind of weird because she's a mermaid and all that. So I kind of like that. I kind of like the art from this card a lot. It's a trigger unit, grade 0, boost, 4000 power, 1 critical, 5000 shield, Aqua Force. And it's a mermaid, obviously. And the flavor text of this card is, the quality of food will greatly affect the morale of the soldiers. And the card effect is, Act RC. Put this unit into your soul, choose up to one of your Aqua Force, and that unit gets power plus 3000 until the end of turn. So I don't really know how good this card will be. The artwork in this card is amazing. The artwork is really good. I think the flavor text is pretty sweet. But I don't really know how good the effect is. I mean, it's simple. You put this card into your soul, then you pick an Aqua Force unit you have, and it gets plus 3k until the end of turn. So that's pretty much it of this card. So please tell me what you think about this card. Do you think it's good or bad? And let's look at the next card. And the next card is Battle Siren Cressida. The artwork in this card is amazing, by the way. I love the artwork in this card. Really, really amazing artwork. Super cool, badass, and just, like I said, amazing. It's a normal unit, grade 1, boost, 6000 power, 1 critical, 5000 shield, Aqua Force Mermaid. And the flavor text is, mermaids will not turn a blind eye to behaviors that go too far. So that's pretty cool, amazing flavor text. And the effect is, Auto RC. Wave 4th time or more. This ability is active during the specified battle of each turn. Soul Blast 1 at the beginning of the guard step of the battle that your vanguard was attacked. You may pay the cost, and if you do, move this unit to GC, and that unit gets this unit gets shield plus 5000 until the end of battle. So pretty much, this card can become a 10k shield. That's pretty much what it does. So during a specified battle, of course, because the ability is active during a specified battle of each turn, so it needs to be wave 4 or more. So as long as this is wave 4 or more, which I think is super easy for Aqua Force to do, so it's not really hard for Aqua Force to get to wave 4. So when they get to wave 4 or more, you can basically activate this effect. You just Soul Blast 1, and then you can guard with this card, and it gets plus 5k. If your vanguard is attacked, of course. So I do think this card has some playability, but what do you think about this card? Do you think this card is good or bad? I think this card definitely has some playability. It does become a 10k shield. I mean, it does lack a little bit in power. It's just 6000, so it's not good there. But I think this card definitely has potential. So tell me what you think, and let's look at the next card. And the next card is Blue Wave Marine General Danea. That's an amazing name, by the way. Amazing artwork as always. I love the art on this card. It looks really, really cool. I like the bubbles. I like the scepter she's holding and all that. She looks just amazing. So amazing artwork as always. This is a normal unit, grade 2, intercept, 9000 power, 1 critical, 5000 shield, Aqua Force, Aqua Roid. And the card flavor text is, the Navy's general freely manipulates the flow of tides. So they can control the tide. That's pretty cool. She can control tides, so that's awesome. Card effect is Auto RC, Soul Blast 1. When a grade 3 or greater vanguard with blue wave in its card name attacks, you may pay the cost, and if you do, choose one of your vanguards and one of your other rearguards. Those units and this unit gets power plus 2000 until the end of turn. So I like this card. First of all, it's just a Soul Blast 1, so it's not super expensive. Of course, when a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with blue wave in its card name attacks, that's when you can Soul Blast one. You pay the cost, then you choose one of your Vanguards and one of your other rear guards, those units, and this unit gets power plus 2000 until the end of turn. So even this card gets plus 2k. So this card becomes 11k, and you can give 2k to others, because I love that. I love that you can choose this unit and those units. It's amazing in my opinion. I think this card probably has the most playability of all the commons that I've looked at from Aquaforce, just because it's a Soul Blast 1. It's not hard to get, and as long as a blue wave card, a blue wave grade 3 or greater attacks, you just pay the cost, and you get, and two of your other units gain 2k, and this unit gets 2k. So you can give 2k to 3 units for a very cheap cost in my opinion. But please tell me what you think. Do you think this card is good? Do you think it's bad? And let's look at the next card. And the next card is Pulsar Tamper Nepada. Love the name, by the way. And the artwork this card is really good as well. I always love the steampunk look of Gear Chronicle. And this card just looks really, really amazing. Definitely a 10 out of 10 in my opinion. And I'm definitely going to pick up a playset of this card for my collection. No doubt about that. So let's look at the card. Normal unit, grade 1 boost, 6000 power, 1 critical, 5000 shield, Gear Chronicle, Gearoid Zodiac Time Beast. And the card flavor is, I heard it all, your evil plot. But she's kind of singing it, so it should probably be like this. I heard it all, your evil plot. That's probably how she says it, but more with a girly voice, I guess. So kind of cool in that way. The card effect is Contra RC. If you have a Zodiac Time Beast Vanguard, this unit gets Intercept. And Contra RC, this unit can intercept from the back row. So this I really love. If you have a Zodiac Time Beast Vanguard, this unit gets Intercept. And it can intercept from the back row. So that's pretty damn awesome. I love when cards can do that. As long as they can intercept from the back row and from the front row, that's really cool. And that this card can go from boost to intercept is even better in my opinion. I think this card is really, really cool in my opinion. So the next effect is Contra RC. If this unit is rest, this unit cannot be chosen by the effects of your opponent's cards. I really love this card. The name of the card is amazing, the flavor text is really cool, and I love the artwork, and the stats are not that bad either in my opinion. It's not the highest, but not the lowest. But what I do like about this card is, of course, that this card can intercept from your back row, and it can gain intercept as long as you have a Zodiac Time Beast Vanguard. So you probably want to run this card in Zodiac Time Beasts, I'm just going to say that. And of course, if this unit is in rest, this unit cannot be chosen by your opponent's card's effects. So as long as this card is in rest, your opponent cannot choose it with card effects. That's pretty cool. So I like that. I do like that. I really like this card. I think this card has a lot of playability. But please tell me what you think about this card. Do you think this card is good or bad? And let's go to the next card. And the next card is Sheer Girl Sundra. I love this card, by the way. Amazing artwork, really amazing artwork, and incredible artwork. I can't say anything else about this card. It's just incredible. It's just a heal trigger, so it doesn't have an effect. But the artwork of this card is amazing. I just love the artwork. It looks incredible to me. I just love the green color. I like the skull she has on her chest. I like the skull in her hair. I like the cheerful nature of her. This card is just amazing to me. I'm definitely going to pick up a playset. I'm probably going to pick up 8, 9, 10 copies of this card because I love that card. This is how much I love this card. I'm going to pick up probably as many copies as I possibly can. This card is incredible looking. I love this card so much. This card is insane. That's all I have to say about this card. Sheer Girl Sundra is amazing. Just incredible. So let's go to the next card, which is Air Force Elisa. She has amazing artwork as well. Sheer Girl Sundra and Air Force Elisa both have amazing artwork. I like the cheerful nature of the cards, and this card looks really happy and cheerful, so I love the art from this card as well. Really awesome and really epic in my opinion. I really like the design of these cards. I think they look pretty damn cool. So let's go over the card. It's a normal unit, grade 1, boost, 7000 power, 1 critical, 5000 shield, Spike Brother Succubus. And it has charge. When this unit is placed on RC due to an effect, you may have it become charging for that turn, and if you do, put it to the bottom of your deck during the end of its battle. So pretty much, if you put this on RC due to an effect, it becomes charging, and you put it to the bottom of your deck at the end of the battle. So that's pretty simple. It has auto RC generation break 1. Counterblast 1. At the end of the battle that this unit boosted a rear guard with the charge ability. You may pay the cost, which is Counterblast 1. If you do, bind the boosted unit face up. Okay. Call that card to an open RC. And if this unit is charging, that unit gets power plus 2000 until the end of turn. Put this unit to the bottom of your deck. So what I think this card does is, you basically Counterblast 1 when this unit boosted a rear guard. And then you bind the boosted rear guard face up. And then you call to an open RC and it gets plus 2k until the end of turn. And you put this card to the bottom of the deck. So I think when you boost with this card, and then of course, you boost with this card and then you attack, of course. Then you take the card, put him bind it face up, and then you call it an open RC and you can basically attack again. I think that's how it works. I'm not sure, but I think that's how it works because it sounds like that to me. We can look at it again. And if you do, bind the boosted unit face up, call it to an open RC, and if this unit is charging, that unit gets power plus 2000 until the end of turn. Put this unit to the bottom of your deck. So you basically put this unit to the bottom of your deck, and that unit gets plus 2k. But I think that the unit gets to attack again. I think that's what it does. I'm not sure, but that's how it sounds to me. I'm mostly reviewing this card for the artwork because I like the artwork on this card. But please tell me how this card works because I'm not sure if that's how it works. I'm a little bit confused, to be honest with you, because when you do boost a rear guard and then you attack, wouldn't you lose the boost? So say that you boost one of your rear guards for 7k, and then you have to bind that, or can you choose another? Can you choose another one possibly? Bind the boost. No, you have to bind the boosted unit face up. So doesn't it lose the boost of 7k? That doesn't make any sense to me. So, my opinion, I think it's like this. You boost, you attack, you bind it face up, you put it to open RC, and you get to attack again. That's what I'm thinking, but I'm no expert, so I might be wrong. But please tell me if I am wrong, and please tell me how it works, because I'm not big on Spike Brothers as a playing it and stuff like that, so I don't really know exactly how it works. But I think it sounds kind of good. I don't necessarily know how to say if it's amazing or anything. I think it sounds good, but I don't think it's mind-blowing or anything. But please tell me what you think about this card, and let's go on to the next one. And the next card is Dragon Dancer Fantine. Amazing artwork as always. I love this artwork on this card. I really like the thunder and lightning that's around her. That looks really incredible, so that's amazing in my opinion. I like the design of this card as well. I mean, she really looks awesome. So I love that. I do really love that. Dragon Dancer Fantine. Normal unit, grade 1, boost, 6000 power, 1 critical, 5000 shield, Narukami human. And the card flavor text is, everyone stop hiding and come over here. Once again, she's singing it, so it probably should be, everyone stop hiding and come over here. But female, of course, because she's female. But she's singing it, so that's kind of cool. I like when cards are singing it, because that means that I get to sing it, which is awesome. And it has auto, Thunder Strike 2. This ability is active when your opponent's bind zone has 2 or more cards. So as long as your opponent's bind zone has 2 or more cards, you have Thunder Strike 2. You Soul Blast 1. When this unit is placed on RC, you may pay the cost, and if you do, you draw a card. So it's basically draw power. I don't really know how good it is. I mean, sure, you Soul Blast 1, and you have to have Thunder Strike 2. I've got a little bit Swedish there, so Thunder Strike 2 and Soul Blast 1. When this unit is placed on RC, you may pay the cost, and then you draw a card. So I don't really know if you want to Soul Blast 1 to draw a card, but it doesn't sound too terrible to me. But yeah, I think this card has some potential. I think the artwork is amazing. I think the name is pretty cool. I do think the effect is simple enough. It's not the hardest effect to understand. But yeah, please tell me what you think about this card, and let's go to the next one. And the next card is Rach Toxin Eradicator Seyubu. I think that's how you say it. Rach Toxin Eradicator Seiboyo. Seyubu? I think that's how you say it. I don't really know how to say the name. But amazing art from this card, by the way. I really like the artwork. She looks incredible. She looks awesome. I think she looks pretty sweet. And yeah, I really like the art from this card. I really do enjoy the art from this card a lot. So, pretty awesome artwork and a pretty cool name. Rach Toxin Eradicator Seyubu. I think that's how you say it. Normal unit, grade 1, boost, 7000 power, 1 critical, 5000 shield, Narukami, Dragon Man. Pretty cool. And the card flavor is, did you think you will go home alive from here? Well, I hoped I would get alive from this, but okay, apparently I'm not gonna get away alive. I'm going to die, so that's obviously bad. Auto RC, Counter Blast 1. When your Vanguard with Descendant in its card name attacks, you may pay the cost, and if you do, choose one of your other units. That unit gets that unit and this unit gets power plus 4000 until the end of turn. I actually love this card. First of all, Auto RC. You only counterblast 1 when a Vanguard with Descendant in its card name attacks. You pay the cost, and then you choose one other unit and this unit, and they both get plus 4000 until the end of turn. I think that's pretty incredible, because that means that this card becomes an 11k. So that's not too bad. It becomes 11k, and pretty cool. And if this, because this is a boost, it becomes an 11k boost. That's really cool, in my opinion. So you probably want to run this card in a Descendant deck, but you know, just counterblasting 1, and as long as you have a Vanguard with Descendant that attacks, you can pay the cost and you can choose this unit and another unit, and they both get plus 4k. I think this card is really good. I mean, this card is an interesting card to me, specifically because you can get this up to 11k and it becomes an 11k boost. I think that's amazing. But tell me what you think about this card. Do you think this card is good? Do you think it's bad? I think this card is really good. So, in my opinion, definitely something to consider running in the deck. But please tell me what you think, and let's go to the next one. And the next card is Knight of Iron Ingot Fantine. I think that's how you say the name. I just think, I'm not sure, but I do think you say it like that. Knight of Iron Ingot Fantine. Okay, I think that's how you say it. Amazing artwork as always. It's a trigger unit, grade 0 boost, 4000 power, 1 critical, 10,000 shield, Shadow Paladin, human. The flavor text is, the morning star is out. Come on, get up, get up. He wants me to get up, I understand. It has the new keyword Ritual, which I'm super interested in, by the way. I want to build a Ritual deck, so this is really cool. Auto Generation Break 1 Ritual 3. Active if there are 3 or more grade 1 cards in your drop zone. So as long as you have 3 or more grade 1s in your drop zone, you have Ritual 3. So hopefully that's not too hard to do. But I think that this deck would probably help out that effect, so you can get more grade 1s in your drop zone faster because of Ritual 3. So I think that every single Ritual card will probably help out getting more grade 1s to your drop zone, so you can get to Ritual 3 fast. So it shouldn't be hard. When this unit is placed on RC from your hand, until the end of turn, this unit gets the effect. Auto, when this unit is retired from RC for the cost or effect of a card, look at the 2 cards from the top of your deck, search for 1 card among them and put it into your hand, and put the rest into your drop zone. So I do like this card. First of all, it's only Ritual 3. So you only have to have 3 or more grade 1s in your drop zone to have Ritual 3. Not the hardest thing to get. And when this unit is placed on RC from your hand, which is super simple, until the end of turn it gets the effect where you can basically, when this unit is retired, thanks for a cost or an effect of a card, you can look at the 2 top cards of your deck, put one of them into your hand and the other one into your drop zone. So this is a pretty interesting card. I do think this card has a lot of potential for the new Ritual keyword. But I really like the effect, just how simple it is to get. You just have to place this card on RC, and when this card is basically retired from for a cost or an effect of a card, you look at two top cards, you add one of them to your hand, and one goes to your drop zone. So what do you think about this card? Do you think this card is good or bad? And let's go to the next one. And the next card is Commanding Knight Nisa. This card has amazing artwork, really incredible artwork. I think she looks adorable. I think the sword is awesome. I think the hair she has is pretty cool. I mean, this is adorable. This is just amazing. I love the design of this card. It looks incredible to me. So Commanding Knight Nisa. Normal unit, Great 0 boost, 5000 power, 1 critical, 10,000 shield, Shadow Paladin human. The flavor text has not been translated, but it's a forerunner for ritual. So this is incredible, because I like that this card is a forerunner for rituals, because that means that I get to run it in my ritual deck. So I'm super happy about that, so that's never wrong. It has Act RC, Generation Break 1, Ritual 3. Active if there are 3 or more grade 1 cards in your drop zone. So just like the card before it, it has Ritual 3. So you have to have 3 or more grade 1s in your drop zone. So yeah, pretty much the same. This card has Rest this unit, choose up to 2 of your other units, and they get power plus 4k until the end of turn. I love that. I think this card is really good, because just artwork wise, it's really incredible. But the effect of this card is really solid to me, because it's a Ritual 3, so it's not too hard to get. It's Generation Break 1 as well, so it's not hard to get that either. And you only have to rest this unit, then you can choose 2 other units and they get plus 4k until the end of turn. And then you can keep doing that the next turn and the next turn, as long as this card is on the field. You can keep just resting it and get 4k to your other units. So I feel like that's pretty good. And that you can choose up to 2 other units, that's what makes this card really good in my opinion. That if it was just one other unit that gets 4k, I wouldn't have been that impressed by it. But it's 2 other units that gets plus 4k. So I think this card definitely has a lot of potential. Just like the card before it, I think this card is amazing. I think these 2 cards that we have seen with the ritual ability really has big potential of being really cool cards. This is definitely the forerunner I will use in my ritual deck, because I think this card is really cool. And I love the whole you can just boost 2 other units with 4k. That's just amazing to me. So, what do you think about this card though? And let's go to the next one. And the next card is Assist Owner Manisa. I really like the design of this card. It looks incredible artwork wise. I mean, if you have seen this card, it looks really cool. And I like the owl she has on her shoulder. That looks really cool. I like that she looks pretty awesome. I mean, she looks just so epic and badass and cool. I just like this card so much. This is definitely a card I want to pick up for my ritual deck. So yeah, really cool card. Assist Owner Manisa. Normal unit, Grade 2, Intercept, 8000 power, 1 critical, 5000 shield, Shadow Paladin human. The card flavor text has not been translated, but it has Contra VC RC Ritual 3. So RC and VC Ritual 3. That's pretty cool. This unit gets power plus 2000. So if it has Ritual 3, it gets power plus 2000, so it becomes a 10k attacker. That's pretty good. And then it has Auto. When this unit intercepts during the battle that your Vanguard was attacked, this unit gets shield plus 5k until the end of battle. Until the end of that battle, I should say. So what do I think about this card? Well, I think this card is really, really awesome. I mean, first of all, the artwork in this card, really cool artwork. Love the artwork. I do think the stats of this card is really good as well, because it has 8k power, but if you have Ritual 3, it becomes a 10k powerhouse, so it becomes 10k power. That's pretty cool, because it gets plus 2k, plus 8k, becomes 10k. Amazing. And then if this card intercepts during the battle that your Vanguard was attacked, it gets another plus 10k, so it becomes a 10k defender as well. So a 10k attacker and a 10k defender. I really like this card a lot. I think this card is definitely a 4 of in your ritual deck, because I think that just that you can get 10k from it is really cool, and that you can get 10k defensively as well is pretty awesome as well. But what do you think about this card? Do you think this card is good or bad? And let's go to the next card. And the next card is Knight of Serial Blade Diarmuid. I think that's how you say it, so I'm just gonna say it like that. It's amazing artwork on this card, by the way. Looks really incredible. I think the design of this card looks super awesome. Knight of Serial Blade Diarmuid. Normal unit, grade 3, twin drive, 10,000 power, 1 critical, Shadow Paladin human. And the flavor text is, it's not satisfying to just be slashed, isn't it? Well, I don't really know about that, so I'm not gonna say anything about it. So it has Auto VCRC, Generation Break 1, Ritual 3. Choose one of your other rear guards and retire it. Okay. When this unit attacks a vanguard, you may pay the cost. So when this unit attacks a vanguard, you pay the cost. It doesn't even have to hit the vanguard. You just have to attack to retire one of your rear guards. That's really cool. And if you do, this unit gets power plus 3,000 until the end of battle. Until the end of that battle. And at the end of that battle, your opponent chooses one of his or her rear guards and retire it. I love this card. I do love this card so much. Knight of Serial Blade Diarmuid is amazing. First of all, when this unit attacks a vanguard, you pay the cost by retiring one of your rear guards. And you get to choose which one of your rear guards you want to retire. So you can choose whichever rear guard you want to retire, you can retire it. And it's when this unit attacks a vanguard, it doesn't have to hit. And I love that. That's pretty incredible. That it just doesn't have to hit. You just have to attack, retire one of your rear guards. That's it. It doesn't have to hit. Amazing. And if you do that, this card gets power plus 3,000. Which I think is really cool because it becomes a 13k at that point. But if that's not all, at the end of that battle, your opponent chooses one of his or her rear guards and retires it. So they have to retire one of their rear guards, and you can retire one of your rear guards, but you definitely gain the benefit from retiring one of your rear guards. So I like this card a lot. This card to me is insanely good. I'm definitely gonna run 4 copies of this card in my Ritual deck, because I think this card is really good. Just the whole when this unit attacks a vanguard and you can just retire one of your own units, that's incredible. You get plus 3k, and then at the end of that battle, your opponent chooses one of his or her rear guards and retires it. So I like this card a lot. I think this card has a lot of potential. But please tell me what you think about this card, and let's go to the next one. The next card is Detecting Revenger Aphie. The artwork in this card is amazing, by the way. I love the artwork. It looks incredible. I think she looks badass, and she looks really cool. Detecting Revenger Aphie. Normal unit, grade 1 boost, 6,000 power, 1 critical, 5,000 shield, Shadow Paladin elf. Card flavor text is, I found you, time for payback. Okay. I did not know that I did her anything wrong in the past, but apparently I have done something wrong to her in the past because she wants payback. And I don't really know why she wants payback. So, she wants payback. Act RC. Rest this unit. Reveal 5 cards from the top of your deck. Choose 1 Revenger Raging Form Dragon from among them. Put it into your hand and shuffle your deck. If you did not put it into your hand, choose one of your other units. It gets power plus 2,000 until the end of turn. This card to me is really good. I mean, Detecting Revenger Aphie is a pretty good card. I mean, first of all, you reveal the top 5 cards from your deck, and then if you have a Revenger Raging Form Dragon among them, you add it to your hand. And if you do not do that, if you didn't add it to your hand, you can choose one of your other units and it gets plus 2k until the end of turn. I definitely think this card has some potential. I don't really play Revengers, so I don't really know how much potential this card has, but just that you can just rest it, and then you can just reveal the top 5 cards and look for a Revenger Raging Form Dragon from among them. And even if you don't get one, you get plus 2k to one of your other units, which is not too terrible in my opinion. So this card definitely has potential. I think this card has small potential, but still potential. But tell me what you think about this card, and let's go to the next one. And the next card is High Treble Angel. I think that's how you say it, High Treble Angel. The artwork of this card is amazing. The artwork is just insane. I think it's super cute and adorable. So yeah, artwork wise, this card is really good. High Treble Angel. It's a trigger unit, grade 0 boost, 4000 power, 1 critical, 10,000 shield, Angel Feather Angel. The flavor text has not been translated, but the effect of the card is Act RC. Put this unit into your soul, choose one of your other units, and it gets power plus 3000 until the end of turn. So it's pretty simple. You put this card into your soul, and then you choose one of your other units, and they get plus 3k until the end of turn. So it's a pretty simple card. Please tell me what you think about this card. Do you think it's good? Do you think it's bad? And let's go to the next one. And the next card is Black Omen Pool. She looks really adorable. I love the art on this card. It looks really incredible. It looks so cute and adorable. I have nothing to say about it more than that. It's just cute and adorable. Black Omen Pool. Normal unit, grade 0 boost, 4000 power, 1 critical, 10,000 shield, Angel Feather Angel. She's a Forerunner, so it's a new Forerunner for Angel Feather. Pretty sweet. It has Act RC. Rest this unit, choose one of your other units in the front row, and it gets plus 2k until the end of turn. Act RC Generation Break 1. Put this unit into your soul, choose one of your units, and it gets power plus 2000 until the end of turn. I kinda like this card. First of all, you can rest this unit and give 2k to one of your units in the front row. And then you can just put this unit into your soul, and you can give another 2k to any unit on the field. And this is a really interesting card, because you can just boost with it as well. So you can boost it to your Vanguard, so that's something you can do with it. Or you can just rest it and give 2k to any unit in the front row. And if you do that, you can Generation Break 1 and put this card into your soul, and give another 2k to the same unit or a different unit on the field. I think this card has a lot of potential. Just the way you can give the attack to different units. I think that's the potential that this card has for it. It looks really cute and adorable though, and I like this card's effect a lot, so I'm definitely gonna try it out. But please tell me what you think, and let's go to the next card. And the next card is 1000 Ray Pegasus. I really love the artwork on this card. It looks super adorable. I mean, if you have ever seen the artwork of this card, it looks super goofy, but super adorable. So that's all I have to say about this card. Super goofy, super adorable artwork. Love it. 1000 Ray Pegasus. Normal unit, grade 1 boost, 7000 power, 1 critical, 5000 shield, Angel Feather High Beast. It is always a reliable partner in crucial battle. So that's pretty cool. And it has the effect Auto VCRC. When a card is put into your damage zone, if you have an Angel Feather Vanguard, this unit gets power plus 2000 until the end of turn. I actually like this card in a rescue build, because if you do have this card in a rescue build, you can actually stack up that pretty well, because when a card is put into your damage zone, so whenever a card is put into your damage zone, this card gets plus 2k. So if you do have a rescue build, which basically save units from the damage zone, and then they put new units into the damage zone all the time, you can actually get pretty high numbers with this card. I mean, if you just put 1 damage into your damage zone, this card is a 9k, 2 into your damage zone, that's 11k, 13k, 15k, 17k, 19k. This card can become really powerful. And during your opponent's turn as well, because if your opponent puts damage into your damage zone, this card can actually also get some high numbers. So it can become, if you get 2 damage, it can become on 11k. So that's pretty sweet. I do like this card a lot. I think this has some potential. I don't really know if it has a lot of potential, but it definitely has a lot of potential, specifically in rescue builds, because that's where this card can get really high numbers. But what do you think about this card? And let's go to the next one. And the next card is Million Ray Pegasus. The art from this card is mind-blowing. It looks just awesome. He looks so badass that it's almost criminal. But that's just what I think about the artwork on this card. Really good. Normal unit, grade 2, intercept, 9000 power, 1 critical, 5000 shield, Angel Feather High Beast. The flavor text is, as long as Pegasus is with us, we'll make it for sure. Pretty cool. And the effect is, Auto VCRC. When a card is put into your damage zone, if you have an Angel Feather Vanguard, this unit gets power plus 2000 until the end of turn. So pretty much just like 1000 Ray Pegasus, it has the same effect. Exactly the same effect. Except this is a grade higher and it has 9000 power. That's pretty much the only like big similarity between them. Other than that, it has the same effect. It's exactly the same effect. So everything I said about the card before this, I can say about this card. Except if you do have this in the front row and you have 1000 Ray in the back row, you can get really incredible numbers. So I'm definitely gonna have to look into these cards and see if I'm gonna run them in some build, because this is insane. I mean, just if say that you get 3 damage in your damage zone between these two, like then 1000 Ray will become 1, 2, 3, it's 13k, and this will become 1, 2, 3, 15k. That's a lot of attack between Million Ray and 1000 Ray. But they have the same effect, so it's not really anything more to go over there. But let's go to the next card. And the next card is Artistic Celestial Marcial. This card has amazing artwork. I really love the artwork on this card. It looks really beautiful, adorable, cute. Yeah, everything. This artwork is amazing in my opinion. A 10 out of 10. So, Artistic Celestial Marcial. Normal unit, grade 2, intercept, 9000 power, 1 critical, 5000 shield, angel feather, angel. Flavor text has not been translated. Card effect is auto. When this unit is put into your damage zone, if you have a Vanguard with Celestial in its card name, you may put this face-up card into your drop zone, and if you do, reveal 4 cards from the top of your deck, search for 1 card not named Artistic Celestial Marcial from among them, and put it into your damage zone face up, and put the rest to the bottom of your deck in any order. So this card is interesting. So if you don't want Celestial or Marcial, if you don't want Artistic Celestial Marcial in your damage zone, you can basically, when this card is put into your damage zone, if you have a Celestial Vanguard, you can put this face-up card into your drop zone, then you reveal the top 4 cards from your deck, and then you put 1 card among them that's not named Artistic Celestial Marcial into your damage zone, and then you put the rest to the bottom of your deck in any order. So this card is interesting. I don't really know how good it is. I have never really played Celestials, so I want to build a Celestial deck. So I want to figure out if this card is good or bad. I think it has potential though. I mean, just the way you can put this card into your drop zone, then you can look at the top 4 cards, and you put 1 of them into your damage zone, and then you put the rest to the bottom deck in any order. I feel like that does have some potential, and I feel like it's a pretty simple effect. It helps you looking in your... It helps you kind of fixing your damage zone, what cards you want in there. It might be a Celestial card you want into your damage zone, so you can actually put that in there. So I feel like there are potential for this card. I think this card has some potential. Just the whole look at the top 4 cards, and then you put 1 of them into your damage zone, and then you put the rest in the bottom of your deck in any order, and then you send this to your drop zone. It's simple and it's pretty cool. So let's go to the next card, and please tell me what you think about this card. And the last card we're going to talk about today is Black Relief Arathorn. I love this card. It looks really incredible. The artwork on this card is a 10 out of 10 any day of the week. It looks adorable, it looks cute, it looks badass. I have nothing to say about it. It's a 10 out of 10 any day of the week. Black Relief Arathorn. Normal unit, grade 2, intercept, 9000 power, 1 critical, 5000 shield, angel feather, angel. The card flavor text is, want to be at peace, that comes after the shopping. I kind of want peace, but I do not want to be shopped. I'm just saying, I don't want to be shopped. And the effect of the card is Auto RC, Generation Break 1, Counterblast 1. When your card is put in your drop zone from your damage zone, due to an effect of a rescue ability, you may pay the cost, and if you do, call that card put into your drop zone to RC in the same column as this unit. I love this card. I mean, artwork-wise, amazing. It just looks incredible. It really has good stats as well. Like, it's a grade 2, 9000, so it's pretty good in that as well. But the effect of this card is Generation Break 1. That's super simple, and you only have to Counterblast 1. When a card is put in your drop zone thanks to a rescue ability, which you would probably want to run this in a rescue deck, so that's not going to be uncommon. That's going to be very common, I would say. you can pay that cost, and then you call it then you call the card put into your drop zone to the same column as this unit. That's pretty damn impressive. I mean, just how you can get say that you need a booster. Say that you don't have a unit that can boost, but you have a unit that can boost in your damage zone, and you want to get that unit to your drop zone, so you can use this ability to bring it to the same column as this unit. Then you basically just use a rescue ability, you put it into your drop zone, and then you pay the cost of counterblasting 1, and then you bring that card from the drop zone to the same column as this unit, and then you have a booster that can boost this unit. And I feel like this card has a lot of potential. I'm definitely going to run 4 copies of this card. I think this card is really good. In my opinion, this is probably one of the best commons of Angel Feather has in this set. This is one of the best Angel Feather commons by far. I think this card has a lot of potential. It's a simple effect. It's just so simple. It's so simple, and that's what I like about it. But what do you think about all the cards we've gone over today? Do you like them? Do you hate them? Do you don't think they are good? Do you think they are bad? I think these cards are the ones that I wanted to go over the most, because I think they are the best, the greatest, the coolest, the most badass, the best artworks. So that's just my opinion on them. But you might have a different opinion, so comment in the comment section down below. And as always, comment, like, and subscribe, and see you next time.